Okay, so got the back dialed in as best I can with the clearing. Like I was saying earlier, how the tire was hitting the inside fender well. Then did some clearing, and then made the 2-inch spacers fit. That's where that fell. Same thing with this side. I had to do more clearing. I'm assuming it's because of my alignment and because of how I've done this whole process. Is not exactly spitting image the same, but got that dialed in. I can't even run fenders. I test fitted them earlier, and yeah, I'm gonna deal with that later. I just want to see if I can, you know, physically drive this thing. Like I said, I did the I'm going blank. The wheel well on the passenger and driver side. Cleared that with a hammer. Looks like ass, but it'll do. So now I'm gonna start it up and move it for the first time in almost a month. I need to do the alignment still. The toe is out of whack in the back a little bit more than what I expected. If y'all understand how nervous I am right now, how excited. Like I said, I'm gonna order the control arms for the rear, redo those to get more camber. I think before I do that, I'm gonna buy the 2-inch spacers, throw those on in the rear to match the front, and then order another set of lug nuts, and then see the rear wheels sit with the 2-inch spacer on, then I'll get the control arms and redo those, because look, that's not 15. I don't know, but see how it does. Driving off. Roll the windows down. Wipers, duh. Hey. Oh, that's that tire rubbing right there on that fender still. Oh shit. Oh god. I don't like the sound of that tire. Park it real quick. Go out there and see what happened to the blocks. That's good. Oh, that's nice. Oh, hell, that's cleared. Perfect. Jesus Christ. That's stupid. Sorry, there you go. Still not as low as some other guys out there, but this little thing back here likes to be a pain. It's still good. Let me see, because I know it's rubbing on this part inside of here. Oh yeah. jack up the rear. I guess go to town on this because I only hear it coming from this side. Those are my pinch welds. You like that? And I don't know if it's rubbing on the inside in there, or if it's just right here. As you can tell, I've already hammered the shit out of it. That's a whole ordeal in itself trying to. See, look on this side, I have to. So I'm thinking that has to do with my alignment. Like I said, I still need to do that. But let me get it off the blocks real quick. Carefully. Legitimately sitting on the ground. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's nice. That's clear, that's good. This is stupid. Absolutely stupid. Can't sell this car. It's too late now. That's not rubbing. Oh my god. Cheese and rice. Cheese and rice. Okay, subframe is on the ground. Yeah. Make sure my AC compressor is in. Oh my god. Yo. What's good, homie? That's stupid low. I can't even drive that. Oh shit, sorry. I'm gonna have to do something about the strut so it'll sit higher. There's no way. Back. That poor fuel tank. I can barely get my hand underneath this thing. My pinch welds are like an inch from the ground, and everything in the front is literally on the ground. I don't know if y'all can see that, but this shit is literally on the ground. God damn. Let me pop the hood real quick. Yeah, I probably won't be going on a test drive tonight with this. Just so I can get some washers, hockey pucks, something to raise the front because that is way too low. Like Jesus Christ. So, I know there's an easier way to get minus 15 on these cars, just with the coilover and a sleeve, but I did it the hard way. You're still gonna have to extend your LCA, but I did shorten the top of the hub, excuse me, yeah, with the hub where the strut sits, like that much, what I've been told to do, and it put it down a lot. And it doesn't help either that the struts literally have nothing, like they're just shot, blown, no springs or anything. And I would say, looking at it now, the rear matches the front. I don't know. So yeah, minus 15 MK3.